Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The National Strategy for Urban Development seeks to transform Muscat into one of the pioneering cities on the Gulf Cooperation Council countries level. A meeting in Muscat reviews achieving the highest standards of food safety in Gulf Cooperation Council countries. And the Sultanate is to host the 30th edition of the International X-Ray Conference 2020. Those were the headlines, now the news in detail. The Governorate of Muscat was the last station of workshops related to the preparation of the National Strategy for Urban Development of the Sultanate's governorates. The conclusion workshop discussed the urban planning of Muscat that aims to restructure the architectural design of the governorate, the development of typical housing complexes based on the principles of smart cities, provided with required basic services and utilities that attract investors to develop these projects and preserve at the same time the Omani identity. It also dealt with characteristics and challenges of nature and the need to protect environmental, archaeological and historical sites and water resources and agricultural areas. The participants at the fourth meeting of ministers concerned with food safety in Gulf Cooperation Council countries, hosted by the Sultanate, extended a cable of thanks and gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos at the conclusion of the works of their meeting in Muscat. The meeting discussed targeted objectives with regard to achieving the highest standards of food safety, including the executive regulation of the unified GCC law. It also reviewed the strategic plan of GCC food safety for 2019 to 2022, mechanisms to enforce and lift bans on the import of meat and its products, and a proposal of the State of Qatar regarding the collective purchase of imported foodstuff. The Sultanate was chosen to host the third edition of the International X-Ray Conference 2020, which shall be held for the first time in Muscat. The Sultanate is selected after presenting its competitive report to the International Association for X-Ray for hosting this event, which is considered the official body accredited to the World Health Organization. The conference will witness the participation of more than 1,000 experts and speakers to review and discuss the latest technologies in the field of X-ray diagnostics and protection from radiation, as well as the importance of artificial intelligence in various applications of X-ray. The Sultanate is committed to the international conventions related to human rights protection that was affirmed at the National Seminar on Combating Human Trafficking. The Omani Commission for Human Rights affirmed that violations related to human trafficking in the Sultanate are very limited. The Commission affirmed that the Sultanate is imposing strict penalties against the trade of human organs. The seminar affirmed that the Sultanate also signed a number of international conventions related to protecting the rights of women and children. The Sultanate, in coordination with international organisations, seeks to initiate a rehabilitation programme for the victims of the human trafficking phenomenon. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Scientific Innovations Exhibition highlights students' talents and creativity.
Why is competition good for businesses? Businesses compete in things like price, quality and service to win new customers who could be other businesses as well as consumers. Being competitive can mean more customers choose you rather than your rivals. But when businesses collude and don't compete, this can lower down the quality and service, and the consumers paying more than they should. This is an unlawful practice and can stop consumers from getting more options on goods and services with better quality and better prices. That's why the Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Law was issued, to regulate the freedom of practicing any economic activities and stabilize the principles of the market rules and freedom of pricing, in such manner that the same shall not restrict competition, prevent the same, or be negatively affected, thereby to benefit consumers, businesses, and the national economy. Breaching any of the law's clauses could lead to prison sentences and fines up to 100,000 Omani riyals. The punishment can also include paying 10% of the total annual sales of the products subject of the violation, as well as damage to the business's reputation. Help us in preventing anti-competitive activities by contacting the following numbers. And to know more about the law and the prohibited activities, please visit our website www.cmc.om. Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Center.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs launched the Endowment Partnership Programme. It came in cooperation with Jabir bin Zayed Endowment Establishment. The programme aims to establish new endowment projects with the participation of members of the society. It also seeks to encourage individuals to contribute actively in the charitable works of the establishment and find funding resources for them. The launching ceremony of the initiative was held under the auspices of His Excellency Nasser bin Hamoud Al-Kindi, Secretary General of Royal Court Affairs. In cooperation with the Research Centre, Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry launched the second edition of its Innovation Award. The award will work on supporting Omani youth initiatives related to artificial intelligence and innovation in energy and the fourth industrial revolution fields. Our reporter Salah bin Khalfan Arabi has more details in the following report.
Spreading the culture of innovation and research across the Sultanate and promoting cooperation and partnership among all components of society top the aims of Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry Innovation Award.
The Innovation Award promotes and advocates innovation across the Sultanate because we get the students and the academicians and also the different staff to compete on coming up with innovative solutions for some of the big issues encountered by our cities and our wilayat here in Oman. Across the Sultanate, different people from different ages, from different gender, from different background, they're just coming and forming teams just to come up with innovative solutions, applying the latest technologies and latest trends in the fourth industrial revolution to come up with some feasible solution for our pertinent issues that we are encountering here in Oman.
The award covers 8 areas: power, health, food security, environment, ICT, manufacturing, logistics, and tourism, targeting talents and innovators from different disciplines, whether students, researchers, employees, entrepreneurs, and job seekers.
Participating in such awards that give us the opportunity to deliver our idea to in front of experts. So from that I can get their feedback to improve my final product, and also help me in improving my presentation skills, which were presenting the idea in 3 minutes, which is very a big challenge.
This competition is very important for us. As a nursing student, and we are working in the medical field, and nowadays we are here in Oman and around the world, the people suffering from chronic diseases like a stroke. And because of that, we decided to participate in this competition to implement our idea, which is about helping to reduce the incidence of a stroke, especially in Oman, because nowadays there is a big amount of people who is suffering from stroke and this very dangerous diseases.
We are proud to participate in this award, and we hope to get the win. Our innovation idea is going to talk about targeting the youth class. We hope to get the award, and again, we are proud to participate in this award.
Proposals that fulfill the award criteria are evaluated in 3 phases. In phase 1 and 2, the proposals are evaluated at the center level. In phase 3, the qualified projects from all the centers will be evaluated at the national level. Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry Innovation Award is an important platform for the Omani youth to boost their creativity and come up with sustainable projects for the country. From Higher College of Technology, Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
His Excellency Mohammed bin Nasser al-Razbi, Secretary-General of the Ministry of Defence, received Lieutenant General Sir John Lorimer, UK's Senior Defence Advisor to the Middle East. During the meeting, they discussed a number of topics of mutual concern in the military field. Strengthening existing military cooperation and coordination between the Sultanate and the United Kingdom topped discussions of Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith Al Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, with Lieutenant General Sir John Lorimer, UK Defence Senior Advisor to the Middle East. The two sides exchanged viewpoints and discussed a number of military issues of mutual concern. Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith Al Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, received Vice Admiral Bo Suk-yong, head of the Military Support Office in South Korea. During the meeting, they exchanged points of view and discussed a number of matters of common concern. A seminar on Omani-Chinese historical relations was organised by Sultan Qaboos University in cooperation with the Friendship Association between both countries. It included work papers that shed light on a number of topics related to the Silk Road project, economic exchange and many others. The event was accompanied by an exhibition that shed light on traditional arts and customs. The Sultanate's embassy in Korea concluded a photography exhibition entitled Features from Oman in the capital, Seoul. It included more than 50 photos that focused on Omani nature and the environment, along with its culture and heritage. The exhibition also shed light on the Sultanate's strategic location and touristic attractions. The event witnessed a huge turnout from Korean citizens, residents and tourists whom expressed their desire to visit the Sultanate and get acquainted with its culture and landmarks. The project of recycling plastic achieved first place in the Student Scientific Innovation Assessment Exhibition, which targeted 500 male and female students from various wilayas of the Sultanate. More details in the following report by Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi.
Around 300 students took part in the Student Scientific Innovation Assessment Exhibition for the academic year 2018-2019. Showcasing their innovative projects in engineering systems, energy, transportation, natural sciences, mathematics and environmental sciences.
I think it is really very important for this generation to improve their skills for innovation and for the fourth industrial revolution now, and the needs for the knowledge of the students about the artificial intelligence, about the nanotechnology, robots. So I think it is encouraging them to do much better, to read and to improve their skills.
44 teams comprising of 95 students competed in the fields of robotics and artificial intelligence. In addition, 20 research projects participated as part of GLOBE program, while 13 innovation projects represented PDO Renewable Energy Award.
Our project is about aquaculture. The main idea of our project is how to use another materials than sands. For example, cocobeet, perlite, and botymos. Why we use this material specifically? Because of it has many features. For example, it saves water and it has a lot of vitamins that plants needed to grow.
Our project is to use mahlab for skin disease, and we have analyzed the mahlab, and we know that it has lots of vitamin C, which is very important for the skin.
It is worth mentioning that the winning project in the N Explorers Change competition and the PDO Renewable Energy Award were announced at the end of the exhibition. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Salih bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
Leadership in Action for the Middle East and North African Regional Conference was hosted by Oman Cancer Association. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rabai.
In preparation for hosting the UICC 2020 World Congress as well as the UICC 2020 World Cancer Leaders Summit in Muscat, and to provide a platform for leaders in the cancer community to work together to discuss and address issues and challenges relevant to one another and to an organization's local settings. The first Regional Leadership in Action workshop hosted by the Sultanate Cancer Association commenced.
As President of the Union for International Cancer Control, UICC, I am very proud to be here in Oman, beautiful Muscat, beautiful people, to be holding UICC Regional Action Leadership in Action meeting hosted by the Oman Cancer Association. This is such an important meeting because it's in the run-up of the Oman 2020 Congress, whereby UICC will be holding the first ever Congress in our region to talk about cancer control.
The idea of this meeting is to facilitate and develop the region in the field of advocacy, education, training and research in the region in the field of cancer, which is one of the missions of the Oman Cancer Association, to support our patient and the most important, our community. And as a result, we have 21 countries, and with Oman being 22 countries, now working together and trying to develop a system that we can support each other for the benefit of our patients.
I'm very delighted to participate in this workshop about the Leadership in Action organized by the Omani Cancer Society along with the UICC. This is a 3-day program that has many participants from the MENA region. It's very important. The program will be delivered by expertise in this topic. This gives also me the impression that we should work together, and we have too many potentials in the region to improve the services for cancer control and prevention.
This Leadership in Action meeting opens an opportunity to enhance regional connections to be able to address the unique challenges faced by the cancer control leaders in the region. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rabai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates, with chances of clouds over the northern governorates. Low clouds and fog late at night and early morning are expected over the governorates of South Sharqiya, Worcester and Dhofar. Winds will be south to southeasterly, light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1 metre. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The National Strategy for Urban Development seeks to transform Muscat into one of the pioneering cities on the Gulf Cooperation Council countries level. A meeting in Muscat reviews achieving the highest standards of food safety in Gulf Cooperation Council countries. And the Sultanate is to host the 30th edition of the Global X-Ray Conference 2020. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.